Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Off Point. My name's Les Steed.
I'm Marlon White.
And today we have Maia Watkins.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So, you're an actress?
Yes.
Pray do tell.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
Everything. So what's it like being an actress at the moment?
So at the moment I've had a lot of time off
from
doing acting because of I'm recovering from this brain hemorrhage that I had.
We'll get on that later.
Yeah, so before the brain hemorrhage, I was doing a lot of theatre, a lot of spoken word poetry as well, doing a lot of short films, commercials, anything acting related. I was doing that. And I've been doing acting for about, I want to say like 10 years on and off.
10 years?
Yeah. But I started off mainly doing theatre, so I would go on tours, travel the world, do some shows. Yeah. So it's always been fun. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So how did you get into this?
How did I get into it? Yeah. So I think it was just from school days. Like I was going to this youth club, like when I was young, like in secondary school, and they just had this guy that was teaching drama, and I thought, let me just jump in. And I was quite shy as a young person. Right. And they thought it would be good for my confidence. Right. So that's how I got into it. And then did it at college for A-levels, and then went to uni and I did drama, TV and film. But it was not great. It was more written work and like...
What university did you go to?
Yeah, Brunel University, yeah. So I studied it there, and I thought it wasn't enough for me because it was not practical enough. No. It was more the writing stuff, and that wasn't for me. Like essays about Shakespeare, and I'm like, nah.
No, otherwise you did on English, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
exactly. I had the same experience because I did business management and film.
Okay.
So doing film in university for me put me off because it was just about watching film and not actually creating it. And I actually liked the production side of it.
Yeah.
So for like how many years I stopped completely doing anything to do with it.
You're paying 10 grand, like surely, like you're paying 10 grand. Like, I could have watched this at home for free.
Yeah.
I did like in the 3 years of doing film in university, I did like probably 2 practical film modules.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think we did 1 practical film module and then 1 play. Like we had to make
How is
a
that
play.
going to improve your acting if you're like, but you understand the theory behind the script? So, it's like, but it's a shame the writer didn't.
Yeah. To be fair, I went to uni for fun. Like I don't think I thought it through. But like my sister was at uni. I had a couple cousins there. Like loads of people I knew were going. I thought, just.
I mean, it's part of like growing up, isn't it? Like, thinking back in the day, because I think you're about our age, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm 34.
Yeah, same as us. Yeah, like it was just like you just kind of it was a thing you did. It's like got your A-levels, cried over them, and then got on with the second choice.
Exactly. So I started doing that, and then after uni I was like, what can I do? I had an agent, and I was doing little jobs here and there, like some music videos or like little short films, stuff like that. That was paid, and it was good, but I was just thinking, no, I think I need more discipline and I need more structure. So then I went, I applied for drama schools. Then I realised it cost
shit ton.
Like 10 grand.
You can swear as much as you want.
Yeah, like 10 grand.
You might as well say
and then I was like, shit, I've actually got in. Yeah, and I've got in.
How are you going to break even on that? Did you break even on that?
No, I got a scholarship like at some point. Good. Yeah, I got a little scholarship at some point, and then that just paid for most of it. But I was working as well on the weekends. So yeah, I went drama school, did that, banged it out, but I did just a year. I did the masters in acting because I don't want to do another 3 years.
It's exhausting.
Yeah,
and it's a waste of money as well. After you know what you want to do, you can see you've already got the career behind you. You might as well because you had the experience.
Yeah, so I just banged that out for like a year. Yeah, it was intense, very traumatic.
Traumatic.
Yeah.
How come?
Yeah, it was a traumatic.
Come on, tell us.
It wasn't. We went to Russia for like 3 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's not the greatest place.
That's a module.
To be.
Wow. Why did you like Russia?
Well, it was a bit racist.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah. I suffered a bit of racism.
What the hell?
Yeah, which was mad. And then...
Like overt?
Yeah, like... Not so much from the place where I was studying. They seemed a bit more open. Yeah. But
helps if they pay,
from like some classmates, they were a bit... like classmates from England were a bit...
So is it English classmates that were racist to you in Russia?
Yeah, and then I had some Russians... No, I had some Russians that were... Right. It was more like following you around the shop, If you're like, that kind of racism, or like, and you're like taking pictures of you and coming up close, or like one woman told me to get off the train because she wanted to sit in the seat that I was in. But obviously I don't speak Russian, so I was like, I don't understand. But all I heard was the N-word, and I was like,
down South America, like
this was just like in the hood, in the hood, like of Moscow.
Should have been like, no.
So
like national hero.
It was a bit of a mad, and I was young. I was like, what, 21?
You don't know how to react when that happens when you're 21, do you? Because you're like, especially when you come from like London and that.
It was a lot, but like in terms of like the acting and the school and the training and the theatre, that was like hardcore. So it taught me.
Why did they send you to Moscow for acting?
Because that's like where I trained. We did a lot of theatre, and like there's a guy called Stanislavski.
Yeah,
he's like supposed to be like the godfather of theatre acting.
Wow.
So yeah, we were training. Yeah, we were training with his stuff, and they're like hardcore theatre. Athletics, they do like mad.
So you will be an amazing
jazz dance and all of these crazy things, which
that's a really great opportunity.
It was wicked. It was good. It was really good.
And the vodka out there is
hard. Premium. Yeah, I bought some back. I bought a lot of that. My suitcase was full.
Just sitting there clinking past customs like fuck off.
Like, it was a good experience, but it was very difficult. But I think it made me stronger, like especially when I came back, I was like, everything's easy now because like I've done it in Russia.
Like best training ever, like, especially if it's like 1, 2, 3. They don't. I don't think.
And because the language barrier as well, like most of the teachers didn't speak English, so
that's a bit of a plot hole.
It was a bit mad. So
wait, they're teaching you in Russian?
Yeah.
Do you speak Russian?
I did that a little bit. They taught us a little bit, but not like fluent.
I mean, isn't that like a little bit of a
don't ask me
issue?
anything now.
That's the reason why you could probably complain and be like, well, it would have been great if I could understand a word they'd said.
Like they taught us a little bit before we went. And then when you live there for a bit, you kind of pick up a lot of words, and you can understand small stuff, but most of it was just like, okay, point, do that, do this, do it again, repeat.
I used to live in Indonesia. It'd be like, I need to translate. I always had someone around me that could help me.
Like they had a translator, but she wasn't always there. So but it was hardcore. Like the teacher would smoke in the middle of the class. Like women weren't allowed to pick up. So like if you were doing a theatre show, and there were props that you had to move, just when you're rehearsing and stuff like that, the women were not allowed to pick up the props. You had to ask the man to like carry the chair over here to put over here so that I can sit on it. And you
couldn't even pick up a chair?
No, and when the teacher came in, you had to like stand up.
Oh, that sounds a bit like
old school. Like
that is old school. We used to have to do that when we were kids. So like in year 7, year 9, everyone's like, you know what, we're not going to do it. Teacher's like, sit down. And you're like,
so it was. It was cool though. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds incredible.
Yeah, and then that kind of just. From that, you do a show when you come back, and then you get an agent, and then that's how you kind of.
How did you get an agent?
They came to my showcase in England. We did like a couple of shows where you pick like monologues, you do a scene. They just
is it worth it, like having an agent? Or
it's definitely worth it because
so
I know
they scout you.
So they come and watch the show. If they like you, they just sign you, call you in for a meeting. You meet up with them. If you like them, if they like you, you kind of. That's it. You just take it from there.
And they take 10% or something.
Yeah, like 10, 12%. It changes depending on if it's like commercial, it's more. If it's this, it's less.
And if it's worth it, because they're the ones that get you the role.
That's definitely a good idea.
And they can like help you out with letting you know what headshots to get, what to put on your CV.
Oh, so you got like a sort of mentor as well. Like, in the industry. I think that's really quite worth it. Actually,
does it start off for free and then they take 10%?
It's always free when you sign up. It's just whenever you book the job, you get.
Because sometimes you see some online where like, you pay.
Don't pay them first. Any advice, don't do. Don't do that. Yeah.
Horrible. I had something like that when I was going to go to Australia, and they were really eager to get 150 quid out of me, and then they just said, "Oh, it's in the terms and conditions." Like, no one beats it.
Like there's other platforms you can use. I can't remember the names of some of it. So one of them's called Star Now, Mandy.com.
Oh,
and then there's another one, I can't remember. But those ones, you pay the subscription and then you just apply yourself. And then when you get the jobs, you keep kind of the profits. And then
that's good.
Somebody was like, oh, maybe
could you actually get...
Somebody was like, maybe I should consider doing extra work. So
I
signed up to
like
Mandy,
that.
but then I was like, I'm not paying you.
No, that's good. I mean, do you find that it was actually survivable, like over the last 10 years, like as an actress, would you, or actor? Do we actor or actress anymore?
I say actor, man. I don't know. I don't really care. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I think Angelina Jolie got called an actor the other day, and I was like, I can't keep up.
Whatever.
Anyway,
I'm easy. Yeah.
But would you say it was like a sustainable income?
No.
No? So you got to have a bit of money behind you before.
Yeah. Unless you're on Netflix or something, then you're good. But if for theatre as well, remember theatres, you might only be doing it for 3 months. So you're employed for 3 months. Then after that,
you're screwed.
I always wondered about
back
that.
home, get a job, sort your life out.
I always wondered about that. Sometimes you see actors in loads of stuff, and then suddenly you don't see them for a few years. So how's that like?
No, it's hard.
In the interim of not having a role.
You just have to get a job. Like I was working as a youth worker. Before I had this brain hemorrhage, I was a youth worker, which I've been doing since I was like 15. Anyway, so I've been doing that for a long time.
That's cool.
But like I was doing it as a normal salary job, but I was also doing it self-employed for most of my life.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and then...
So you've already got the business acumen anyway.
Yeah. And then I was working in a bar.
Smart.
In the evenings. Yeah. So it's like...
So what, like rehearsing in the day and then
yeah,
bar in the evenings,
depending. Yeah, it just depends. Like when there was no acting. Yeah, when it was
Love
just...
a bit of
yeah.
Do you ever feel like there's like a bit of a stigma where when you've done a big role and then to go back to a regular job?
Yeah, like it's long.
You ever feel like I don't want to do this, or I feel embarrassed to do a regular job?
Not embarrassed, yeah. But me, I don't really care. Like, I know the ups and downs. Like, sometimes you could get a really good job for 6 months. You're employed, and then it's finished. Yeah. It's hard to get another one. There just might not be anything that's suitable for you. But it is long. Like when you've worked, or like someone recognizes you in something. And then you're in the bar pouring pints. It's just long.
It's almost like it's like one of them cliches, isn't it?
Like, you know, life is life. So I don't really mind, to be fair, for me.
A few years ago, there's I don't know if you know who Gregory Owens is. He was on the Cosby Show. One of the sisters, partners.
Yeah, okay.
And they somebody took a photo of him working for Trader Joe's, which is like a
I think I saw that online.
Supermarket in America.
Yeah, but you've got to have consistency. And that's the whole thing. It's like I was doing.
And people like saying, "Oh, how are you working in a supermarket?"
Yeah,
because
but that's sad. Those
also because of the whole Cosby thing, he's not getting that royalty check anymore, so he has to get a a regular job.
His fault.
Exactly.
It's like I'd still acted. I did my job. Damn it.
He didn't know.
He didn't know.
Yeah.
Bill's not our boy no more.
Yeah, but
I don't think it should be like a stigma just because you've gone back to a regular job. You need to make a living.
Yeah. Especially the older you get, I think if you've got a family, if you've got a partner, kids, mortgage.
Rent.
Well, if you live in London,
in London, you're basically like I've
so
seen
like
flats for like £700 for like a teeny tiny
exactly.
room.
So I don't see the stigma in any of it, to be honest, because
I mean, more and more people are living at home anyway now. Because I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that I couldn't even get a mortgage on my. I owned a business. And I couldn't get a mortgage. I was like, come on, guys.
You got to jump through some hoops and do all of this. And like, it's a lot.
Ridiculous.
It's a lot.
They were like, all right, 30 grand with a 15% or something. I was like, I think I was the deputy editor of Mortgage Solutions at that point. Unable to get a mortgage. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's hard work.
Yeah, it is. Like, okay, but like, how have you found that the industry's changed since you've been working in it? Because I know there was a